Hi, my name's Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Wild Arms 3 and recording it all on VHS. Last time, what did we do? We got all of our mediums. That's the word I'm looking for. It's always the word I'm looking for, and it's always the word I forget. We have our mediums. They're all gold and shiny now, which means they give better stat boosts. We need to go meet up with Shane at the World's Footprint, which is north of Infinitum, on a peninsula. Gaping Crater. Cool. So that's the plan. We're actually going to do, some story and make progress in this game. Because I don't do that nearly often enough. But hey, at least last couple side quests have actually paid out pretty well. Before recording, I was actually poking around at a couple things. We are going to make one detour. Alright, we want to go way back here to the starting dungeon for Jet. Because way back when he came out here to take some things, do some treasure hunting and whatnot, he fell through a pit. But on the other side of that pit was a treasure chest. I thought I'd be clever and try to go faster around things, but turns out, no, there's only one route up this pyramid. Worth it. Okay. That's it. That's all we're doing here. That's all the side tracking and, that's it. We're going to go progress the game now. So, we need to head up north of Infinitum into some crater. There was that really big crater. It strikes me as probably the crater we want. But who knows? Yeah, I was poking around some of the side stuff that I kind of wanted to get to. There's something special if you take a train from this station to the East Highland station. I'm not really sure where these trains connect. But basically, there's some chunk of space somewhere in here. Anyway, there's some place that the train tracks end, and it's an area that you just can't land the Lombardia in, so that's the only way in. But also, that place is filled with extremely high-level enemies, so we're not going to be doing that. Good gravy. Let me just fly around in circles and be lost. So we are going to progress the story stuff as soon as I find where I was going. Here it is. This area is Sunset Station. And right around here is the station. Right over here is Millennium Puzzle 20, which I did go and have a look at what was in that item. Like, I didn't think I was going to go do this in this recording because, quite frankly, the enemies in this level are just, this area are just too high of level and just, they're just nasty. Like, they are rough to deal with. The Millennium Puzzle treasure just really not worth the trouble right now, and somewhere over here is a Migrant Seal. Again, just really not worth the trouble right now. So, let's see about finding something on a peninsula. This looks like peninsula. I don't see a crater. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, Clive, why? Oh, this is unfortunate. Clive is really bad at doing things on his own. So anyway, I think this is the place. But yeah, like I basically was going around trying to like make sure, you know, there wasn't anything super cool I was missing, or any little side things I wanted to check real quick. And yeah, that Sunset Station place, apparently, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but you do need the teleport orb, and I think that, I don't know what that does aside from just set like an in-game trigger to, you know, allow you to end up in Sunset Station. Well, that place is rough. Like, first thing, basically the enemies there, they are much higher level than me, so they keep getting ambushes. So it's just like, cool, I don't even have the chance to not get in the fight. Hooray, everybody showed up. But yeah, outside of getting ambushed, they're just real gross to deal with. Like, they kind of... The worst part is they don't just kill you outright. They are the type of enemies... Okay, I have been on this area before, and I didn't find anything, but I don't think I talked to Granny beforehand, so... There it is. Or not. It's a big bag. There we go. World's footprint. We can progress now. Yeah, Sunset Station, rough. Just enemies that are just kind of gross to deal with. They don't kill you outright. They just kind of make it to where the fight is going to take forever. I did get to see some of the, like, critical health stuff that we have now on Clive, where he went and used, like, every benefit thing that he had when he got into low health. It was kind of cool, but he wasn't... I think he only hit for like 2,000. He didn't do, like, you know, really extremely massive amounts of damage like I was hoping he would. But yeah, like, got into 2 fights and that took like 30 minutes. So we'll deal with that later. This was originally a shrine of the Guardian Lords, but their powers are long gone. But it's still regarded as significant in a different sense. In a different sense? Voices are rough today. Yes, this shrine houses mural paintings which recount the history of Filgaia. Similar to a historical museum. Yes, you could say that. Let us then perceive the details about the Great War which took place on Filgaia. Welcome to the world's footprint. It's auto-walking, by the way, unless my controller is freaking out again. Nope, my controller was just stuck walking forward. Cool. Good to know. Alright, let's have a look around then. Or not. Okay, well, wasn't anything to see anyhow. Stone slate is covered in mud. There appears to be writing on it. Alright. Is this going to be one of those cases of, There we go. That cleans it off. Mineral chamber ahead. Respect your forefathers and proceed quietly. No, that would do it. This mechanic comes up so rarely. Let us... First, let us go back approximately 2,200 years. This is a painting of when the Neo-Sapiens first came down to this planet. Well, those voices are... Okay, can I get Virginia's voice? My voice is not hidden very high today. Neo-Sapiens? They are believed to be the progenitors of humans. So that ship floating up top of is the immigrant ship? Yes, but even before their arrival, an indigenous race called the how do you pronounce ELW? L? Close enough. They inhabited Filgaia. Elves? Okay, it's like owl, except wrong. Elves? Or is that two V's really close together? Is it supposed to just be elves? Ah, man. I'm having a tough time reading today, apparently. Elves are mentioned in folklore. Shane's voice is going to keep switching up today. Just like the demons. They are said to have been a beautiful race with long, pointy ears. Is it elves? Is it elves? Or is it elves? Is it like German W that is much closer to like a V sound? Heck. Many traces of their everyday lives are excavated even to this day. This was when the two races, two different cultures, came face to face. Alright, well, good to know I am kind of over-leveled for this area. These are things that I am okay with. Hey, this orange stuff. This painting illustrates an event 1,300 years ago. The elves, we're going elves, had become, wow, geez, wake up and read, my dude. The elves had welcomed the immigrant people with open arms. The elves and the Neo-Sapiens lived harmoniously on this planet for a very long time. However, that all came to an end. Perhaps overcoming differences in race was much too difficult. The two sides, filled with contempt and hate, began to battle it out. Thus began the Great War, which pushed the planet to the brink of extinction. The Neo-Sapiens utilized the power of science and technology for weapons, while the elves used the roar and terror of the Guardians. The hostilities of war spread throughout Filgaia. How ironic that the Guardians' first enemy was none other than our forefathers. Okay, 3-3 north-south. So if I'm understanding this right, so I think in the north-south is like northwest corner would be 2, the middle west would be 3, the southwest would be 2, and then north middle is 2, etc., etc. And then same, like west and east is left to right per row. And there are only 2 of these which add up to 3. Okay. There were only 8 numbers, and that one in the top right was closed off. So 2, 3, 2, 1. Nope, still doesn't work. No, wait, it does. 2, 3, 2. Yeah, 2. Nope. Nope. 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, so I think I might have been right. So in both these cases, northwest would be 2. So it's 1, 1 or 1, 3. I do not understand how this puzzle works. Right, history. The Great War raged so long that the people fighting it forgot how the war started in the first place. The war finally came to an end approximately 400 years before the present. The Neo-Sapiens and the Elves signed a ceasefire agreement, and the fires of war over Filgaia were finally extinguished. This war that was thought to be never-ending left battle scars all over Filgaia. At least they were smart enough to end the war before they lost the planet in which they lived. I gotta admit, I kinda just don't care right now. Warp stars. Lucky cards, great, I was running low on those. Gala card. Like, after that puzzle, that I don't know. I'm annoyed at that one. To the Elves. It's like a soft V, I guess? Elves? Who were deeply attached to and relied on the planet's life, these battle scars were a serious threat to their existence. The population of the Elves began to diminish at an alarming rate, and so the Neo-Sapiens and Elves decided to join hands once again, this time to rejuvenate the planet. However, it was too late. Approximately 150 years ago from today, the birth of the last elf ELW is really signified the end of the elf race. The remaining Neo-Sapiens repented for all their sins and vowed to do everything in their power to revitalize the environment. Amidst the fervor of pro-environmental sentiments, the last elf, Muriel, gave rise to the Bhaskar Creed. It is said that she parted company with the Bhaskar after a bitter disagreement. However, the elf race are said to have great longevity. That is why to this day we continue our efforts and pray that our separated path will one day cross yet again. So ultimately it was our forefathers who drove away this indigenous tribe from this planet. It may be that our very existence is unhallowed. Are we even worthy of fighting for this planet? Dwelling in the past ain't gonna change anything. I hate this kind of stuff. Wait. Jet's right. We can't change what happened by sulking over it. Hold your head high. We may be tainted, but that's one more reason why we have to protect the planet. In place of the elves, we're the ones who have to deliver a future for this planet today. I think that's our only way of making amends. Good job, Jet. Egg. Weather vane. Give him a coin. I don't remember what the weather vane does, but I know we have a couple, if not just one. This painting depicts the event of approximately 100 years ago. I'm sure you all know what that signifies. The Yggdrasil system, correct? Yggdrasil was created to revitalize Filgaia's environment. However, my brother has told me a little bit about what happened. As long as we live on this planet, we're the ones who have to protect the planet's future. However, looking back at history, there is only mention of Neo-Sapiens who threatened this planet. I'm not quite sure what this means. Perhaps we are meant to harm the planet once again. Within these mural chambers lie only facts about the past. It is up to the people of the present to figure out how we want to interpret this. We may still be in the dark now, but I'm sure we will find the truth within them. Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. That is what my professor always used to say. Yes, I understand now. I am always jumping to conclusions. Is that it for the paintings? No. There's actually one more in the back. There's more to that sentence, but Bryce hits X, so I guess we'll never see what it is. Oh, boy. Hey, we get to see what... Oh, no, it's these things again. Oh, these creepy dolls. There's so many of them. And Jet's out down for the count. Virginia's down for the count. Okay, Clive. Of course, they're all in their own little pocket of... You jerks. This might be the episode that makes me actually get around to doing more editing. Sure wish I knew it. Shannon said, "Yellow are the people aboard a white ship. Silver and green are the elves. Ignite the white ship and paint it red. People are people, and the elves are elves." All right. Yellow are the people aboard the white ship. Ignite the white ship, paint it red. Cool. This is the last painting. But it's blank. This mural depicts the future, which lies in wait. It is up to the individual to see this as despair and hopelessness, or as a future which has yet to be painted.
Of course, I'd like to see something painted on there.
Yes, something great and exciting. Yeah, but what's with all this rubble? Why is this the only place that's all messed up? This wreckage is of an idol modeled after the Supreme Guardians, the Guardian Lords. Guardian Lords?
Raftina, Justine, Zephyr, and Lucide. Guardians who preside over the unlimited power of the heart, which everyone possesses. They reigned over all Guardians, but disappeared before the planet began decaying. Right? See, I've been studying.
We do not know the whereabouts of the Guardian Lord's lost powers, but we must find them someday, like last week. Or this week? Or, I don't know, a couple of days ago. The teachings of Bhaskar state that a future for the planet will not arrive without them. A future for the planet. It was just the other day I left my town to become a drifter, and before I know it, I'm involved with the future of the planet. This is a very serious situation. It's so serious I can't seem to comprehend everything, but I do know that we have to do something. I'm not sure how helpful this was, but this is the last of the murals. We should head back soon. Alright, well, there's only one thing to do in a situation like this. Check for hidden walls. Hooray, it's these guys. No! It can't be! No way!
How nice to see you again.
Leal, Melody, and Malik? Are these the enemies my brother has been fighting? Are the ones who threaten Vilgaia?
Here is a little something to celebrate our reunion.
Oh. Scarecrow, Steam Gear, and Leonhardt. One of these things is not like the other. That's a really great enemy design, honestly. Okay, well, here's the plan. We're going to do status lock because I don't know if they're going to do status stuff, but I kind of feel like we're in that section of the game where we're going to start seeing a lot of dumb status changes. Let's reflect. I think. All right. Torn on a few things about this. Because I really wanted to just use Weekend and, destroy them, but I'm pretty sure that was some form of reflect. So let's just focus fire on Scarecrow. Critical heal. Why is the one with the blades the one that does the healing? Alright, well, that's half of the damage he recovered anyhow. Cool. Here's the plan. Hey, everybody, get your experience. We'll see if that was, in fact, a reflect. Nice. It was, in fact, reflect. Cool. In all honesty, I'm not sure why I'm focusing fire on Scarecrow when it's clearly Leonhardt that I need to take out first. Did I mention I'm tired? Suppressed curse? Okay. That apparently did a reflect on all of them. Great. Well, in that case. Sure, we'll see if we can take out Scarecrow before the next heal comes in. And if not, then we'll just focus fire on Suppressed Curse question mark Blade Lion. Okay, cool, that worked. Well, That's unfortunate that they spread out the damage, but... Hey, Clive, I'm gonna borrow your Brave Seal for a turn. I really wish Accelerator could be used on somebody else. That would make things a lot easier and be able to do cool things. Anyway. Alright, well, there definitely seems to be something about, doubling physical attack power. Less so when everybody has to, reload. Yeah, that worked. Good chunk of money. Adventure 5. We so have so many adventure books, and they're so long. Not only did you lose your soul, I see you've lost your human forms as well.
We have given up and disposed of all that, along with all our weaknesses. thanks to the demon lord Siegfried.
Are they the ones who can unleash the power of guardians in this present day? But Filgaia is impoverished. The power of the guardians must be limited. Surely you should be able to defeat them.
No, sire. If only we were graced with the power of demons as you are, these rogues would have been long gone.
Siegfried?
However, we still have other matters we would like to take care of before we dispose of them.
These rogues have taken everything away from us. These rogues insult us. I gotta admit, I like her new look. You seek vengeance? Interesting. I shall bestow the power of demons upon all of you, and to you I shall instill fear. You will have front row seats to witness this planet's transformation. Until then, continue to struggle, as you do now. That's the Blue Menace that appeared in my dreams.
So, these were my brother's enemies, the ones who threatened Filgaia. There wasn't a thing I could do about it. As a pillar, I am destined to fight any threat to Filgaia. But in actuality, I'm always shielded by my brother, unable to do anything.
Not sure if that was supposed to be Shane's voice, actually.
We found out who the Guardian's enemies were, and how Beskar came about. We got a general idea of the planet's history, but what good does that do us? The Guardians have declared the demons from folklore the enemies yet again, but we're dealing with that present now. Oh, we don't have time for this. Putting Shane in danger wasn't good either.
Will you cool it for a minute? Having you fret isn't going to solve a thing. This planet's enemies are not the demon artifacts. He may be the only one, but a demon has risen from the ages of folklore. How do we face him? What do we do? The power of the Guardians defeated him in the past, but how effective are their decayed powers now? That's it. The power of the Lost Guardian Lords. They may, if they can be awakened, then maybe. Yeah. Trying to figure out everything at once is making my head explode. Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. What we currently know is that a demon is trying to do something with this planet. Do you remember the words that Blue Demon Knight Siegfried said to us? This planet will transform. Do you think that refers to the evolution of Filgaia, what the prophets wanted? In a broad sense, yes. However, we are dealing with demons who are said to have left behind the wisdom of Hyades. There must be a more definite and concrete malice behind his words.
Where are you going, Granny?
An invasion from another world can only be dealt with by the power that sustains the world. Guardians. With such limited option, there's really no use in thinking about it. Plus, I'm sure we're all hungry. We can't come up with good ideas on an empty stomach. I'm going to fix us some dinner. Join me if you'd like. In fact, I suggest you spend the night. This planet will transform. I've heard those words before. Yes, they're the exact words I asked my professor about that day, that moment. This planet will transform?
Yes. reborn into a Filgaia filled with green, as it once did. Not the Filgaia covered by wasteland and desert seas as we have come to know. So Filgaia really will rejuvenate. But that all depends on whether this device will operate as planned. Listen up, young one. There are those who view the work of archaeologists as pointless, but that is untrue. If we are able to investigate and pinpoint the cause and origin of Filgaia's decay, we may be able to find a way to reverse it. Just remember, looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. The more we investigate, the more inscrutable it becomes. Filgaia has been decaying ever so slowly since ages ago. That is certain. However, we take a look at these marks. There's been a drastic change in the past several years. This in itself is the current state of decay. That's quite odd, really. I can't recall such a grand change happening. Perhaps I am becoming feeble-minded with age. Good heavens! A nanomachine? I can't possibly calculate this with my knowledge. But even with such advanced technology, were our forerunners unable to rejuvenate Filgaia? Make haste, young one. The security mechanism seems to be activating with each block. Quick, you can run past it.
Professor?
Stop calling me Professor, you imbecile. As the groom-to-be for my daughter, Catherine, I am to become your father-in-law, you know.
This is not the time to be arguing about these things. The security mechanism is catching up. You're not thinking about...
Someone must stop the security mechanism. Plus, it may take more time than expected to solve the mystery of Filgaia's decay. It may have been wiser for us to look for a shortcut in this case. We took too much time. I am much too tired and my body is old and decrepit. Young one, I leave everything in your care. The fate of Filgaia and Catherine. The only regret I have is that I will not be able to see this planet transform. Listen well, young one. Unlike myself, you still have time on your side. You must track down the cause of Filgaia's decay. Find a way to rejuvenate Filgaia to its original state. When you and Catherine become parents, wouldn't you want your children to have a safe and bright future? Take good care.
That's it. We may be able to find out something if we search that ruin. However... No, this isn't the time to be wavering. I must be strong. What's the matter? Can't sleep? No, I'm fine. I was doing some thinking about my memories of the past. But now I think I have an idea of what the demon is up to. Really? What Hallie said about finding a way for the Guardians to face the demon. Apart from that, I believe we need to find out more about the demon's objective and intentions. Huh. I'll explain in detail tomorrow morning when everyone wakes up. It's funny how sleepless nights are the most productive. Sleep is important. Clearly, look at me today. Sleep is important. There was a ruin that my professor and I investigated that contained a device capable of transforming the planet. It was an old device that hardly even functioned, but for us who haven't the foggiest idea what to do next, I believe this may prove to be a good lead. I think we should go there, but... Are you alright, Clive? You look a little down. Sorry to worry you. Yes, I am fine. It's just that I have better memories of that place, but really, I am okay. Okay, but don't strain yourself. It is an old It is an old ripped piece of map, but the location of the ruin is indicated here. There's not much to go on, but let's do our best to pinpoint its whereabouts. And what do you say we start gathering information about the Guardian Lords Hallie mentioned? My professor and I always used to gather various data, even when there seemed to be no relation. Looking for a Looking for a shortcut can lead you astray. I suggest we visit as many locales as we can before we reach our destination. Map tread. Alright, we are whole and tail. So let's go ahead, save, call it a day. And when we come back, I think we need to start doing more side quest stuff. The walkthrough that I've poked at a few times just to kind of see where I'm at and, like, you know, things that I don't want to miss. Basically said, at this point, you need to go take care of a bunch of things. So we already have taken care of a bunch of those things. We already have all 4 Guardians. We've gathered so many Micron Steels, like 10 of them, I think. And we also, you know, have ourselves the Lombardia, so exploring the world's real easy, and also the item scope. However, at this point, I think we can do telepath tower things, and that's what we need to do before we move on. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce, this has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.